Welcome back. For more on our top stories and others, please visit our website channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. Log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Well, having done that, having the Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the eyewitness feature, so you too can be a part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to share those pictures, videos, or news of happenings around you. The people of Michika local government area of Adamawa State, northeast Nigeria, are celebrating the defeat of the Boko Haram insurgency. This is because for the first time in 2 years, they've been able to return to their ancestral homes after taking refuge in IDP camps or with relations elsewhere. The devastation from the insurgency left public facilities completely destroyed. Michika local government area, one of the 7 councils affected by Boko Haram in Adamawa State, northeast Nigeria. For over 2 years, the people lived outside their ancestral homes, either in IDP camps or with relations elsewhere. The devastation left public facilities such as schools, hospitals, and other government structures destroyed. Now the displaced people of Michika have returned, with normalcy returning to the area and the establishment of a civil authority. The people say they have a reason to celebrate once again.
We don't have, if at all we have, little or no person in IDP camps, Michika people. We are all back home. That's what shows that we are back home. If you go to the villages, to the hills, all the locals are back. But to tell people that we are back and we don't want to remain in IDP camps. All we require is the government to claim the environment for us, to give us peaceful conditions that people can go about their normal activities.
Our guests, our sons and daughters that have come from different parts of the world are happy today. They are impressed. They have seen Michika, what it is, the destruction that have been caused by Boko Haram, and the number of people that have already returned, and the fact that life is coming to normalcy in Michika local government. It is something that is very, very impressive.
A book on the history of the Kamwe people, their origin, history and culture, written by Mr. Ile-Ife, a native of Michika, is also presented.
Michika was sometime occupied by the Boko Haram insurgency. And people have been saying there is nobody in Michika. When you ask somebody to come to Michika, they will say, Michika is still under the occupation of Boko Haram. Our people have come back. And the only way I can show to the world that our people have come back is to organize the cultural day.
The Kamwe people had occupied Michika for years before the invasion by the Kanuris and most recently the Boko Haram sect. And now that they have their land back, they hope this time it lasts forever. Well, displaced victims after the Ile-Ife ethnic clash in Sabo area of Osun State, southwest Nigeria, are appealing to the government to provide them with some shelter. Their plea came when a team from the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons visited the community, accompanied by the wife of the Oni of Ife. The visitors donated relief materials to the victims.
It's been over a month since the ethnic clash in the Sabo area of Ile-Ife in Osun State happened. The clash left several dead, many injured, and leaving bitter memories for residents of the community. Peace may have returned to the community, but the signs of the clash still stares them in the face. Many have been displaced as a result of the crisis, and their cries have been attracting different donor agencies. This time, a team from the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons are in Ile-Ife to give relief materials to these victims.
The first thing to do whenever there's a crisis is to make sure that at least the people can eat. There's, some sort of, immediate succor for them. And this is what has been given to them. Eventually, that durable solution will come into play.
The wife of the Ooni of Ife also accompanied the team, and she is appealing to the community to embrace peace.
We continue to ask for peace because that's the only way we can move forward. We cannot pay back hurt with hurt. And the only way we should do is to also remember that we are all brothers. If Hausa kills Yoruba and Yoruba kills Hausa, it doesn't help anyone. It's important that we all remember that we are one, and in unity, that's the only way we can progress.
The beneficiaries are grateful, but they want more.
We are begging federal government to come and help us because this is rain season now. Rain has started now. We don't know where, even most of our wives now, they are in the north. Then most of the house we have in this Sabo is a small place. Like one house, you can see 20 people, 30 people. Please, this is not to federal government to come and help us.
There is need for relevant authorities to take seriously the plea by those whose homes were burned in the mayhem to ensure that they are fully rehabilitated.
In the same vein, the Abia State Police Command says that measures are being put in place in collaboration with the state government to curb clashes between herdsmen and farmers. The Commissioner of Police in the state said this during a town hall meeting in Umuahia, the state capital. The meeting had in attendance representatives of the local communities as well as the herdsmen.
Each local government, the DPOs there, the local government chairman of all the local governments, then the leadership of the farmers and the herdsmen, the traditional rulers and the community leaders will go and map out the route within their local government areas. They will be able to designate areas where they can allow the herdsmen to pass. And that route will be the route that will not conflict with the position of the farmers' crop lands. So these routes are going to be identified, and the proposal is that the state government will put some marshals, and these marshals will be drawn from the two sides also, and those of them that are also good at the topography of the area we are talking about. So by the time we implement the marshal system, these marshals will be on ground 24/7 to tell the migrant herdsmen where to go and where not to go. We are believing that this is a new development, and this template will be able to regulate the activities of the farmers and the herdsmen.
The Cross River State government says it has obtained the federal government's approval to generate 21 megawatts of electricity. But during an inspection of the power plant in Calabar, the state capital, the state governor, Ben Ayade, noted that about 80% of the job has already been executed. He hinted that the state already has willing buyers and sellers agreements and is hopeful that electricity supply will improve in the state.
We have received our certificate that Cross River State now has a license to generate and sell electricity. So the certificate is in our pocket, and so everything is said from the regulatory point of view. And of course, we have the final bits to do, means discussing with the distribution company to reach an agreement on our tariff system. And of course, you know how the system works. You have a willing buyer, willing seller agreement, and that's the option we are going for, which allows us to negotiate with the metropolis and the public to agree on what the selling regime will be, so that ourselves and the public will have a healthy and balanced relationship, guaranteeing them steady power at a reasonable cost. And so in combination with what we are doing here, I have all my full optimism that on the 27th of May, Calabar Metropolis indeed will have 24 hours electricity supply from this 21 megawatts power plant. The progress of work is very fast. I just have the cooling system to fabricate and have the external units installed. The radiators are already in place. So the aspect of mechanical completion that is required will take us about another 3 weeks. The installation team is flying in from the US, and a team from Switzerland and a team from Poland. I have no doubts in my mind that by 25th of May, we have a new electricity supply system.
When news across Nigeria returns, the River State governor insists on clearing shanties at Bele Jetty. We'll have details in a moment. Please stay with us.